Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation here. It is Tuesday, July the 23rd. It's the Feast of St. Bridget. And some people in devotional land know her by the St. Bridget prayers, right? If you don't know them, it's good to look them up. It's a private revelation. Nobody's obligated to say these prayers, but they're powerful prayers for the release of souls in purgatory. Okay, the first reading is taken from the minor book, one of the minor prophets, Micah. Shepherd your people, the prophet saying to God, shepherd your people with your staff, the flock that belongs to you, which lives alone in a forest in the midst of a garden land. Let them feed in Bashan and Gilead as in the days of old, as in the days when you came out of the land of Egypt. Show us marvelous things. Who is a God like you, pardoning iniquity and passing over the transgression of the remnant of your possession? He does not retain his anger forever, because he delights in showing clemency. I know I probably am beating a dead horse here when I mention this, but I cannot fail to repeat again how this blows apart this stupid, ignorant idea that there's the God of vengeance of the Old Testament and the God of love in the New Testament. I mean, there's God is God. Jesus spoke about hell, I believe, 33 times. He warned people to repent or they would be damned forever. Like, this isn't said because God is angry. God can't get angry like you and me. That's a silly, stupid idea. God is incapable of change. He's infinite. He's ineffable. He is infinitely dynamic, never capable of changing like you and I change. We get older, we can change our opinions and so on. So God is love. And you see here, Micah acknowledging he does not retain his anger forever. Even that is a kind of what we call in fancy language, anthropomorphic language. Because God never gets angry with us in the way I get angry with you, or you get angry with me, right? See, that's a change of emotion, change of passion. God doesn't do that. That's not God, that's you and me. So we relate to God in these ways using this language, or God reveals himself to us because that's the way we can understand him. When we're committing sin, we perceive God's love to be anger. Why? Because God continues to love us and we won't change, we won't repent. You know what happens with people like that in real life? They run away. They don't believe you because they're caught up in their sin. Maybe they like their sin for a while, even though it's harming them and doing them damage. So love, the same love, is perceived as, haughty or rejection or higher than thou attitude, or maybe even anger when it's not, especially when it comes to God. So God is love, and this is a beautiful image of God in the Old Testament. God, he does not retain his anger forever because he delights in showing clemency. How much more you and I are blessed that we have the sacrament of penance or reconciliation. It's a good motivation for us to make a good confession, a well-prepared confession to receive the sacrament of penance so that we can experience God's love. And what held us back before, and now we're freed up because we've let the rot go. We've exposed the poison, right? And God's love is ever-changing, never-changing love, is always present love, now can fill our life and we experience joy. So, beautiful kind of short reading from Micah. Over to the Gospel, St. Matthew. While Jesus was still speaking to the crowds, his mother and his brothers were standing outside, wanting to speak to him, but the one who told him this, Jesus replied, "Who is my mother and my brothers?" And pointing to the disciples, he said, "Here are my mother and my brothers, for whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and mother." And we know this is a beautiful exaltation, if you will, of his mother, but this whole diatribe, this way overly used thing from the so-called Bible Protestants, well, that's Jesus acknowledging his mother just like everybody else, when in a way she was, but in a way she wasn't, because she's without sin. And she is the mother of God, after all. She's not the mother of a human person. She's the mother of God. She's the mother of Jesus Christ. So he's actually raising up his mother as an example for all of us to imitate, because here are my mother and my brothers, for whoever does the will of my Father in heaven, like my mother does, she always does the will of my Father, and she does it the first time, not the second or the 100 zillionth time, but the first time she hears it, she consents 100% and she stays there 100% of the time. That's why Mary is a model for all of us. She's a human person. And what she was able to do because of the grace of the Immaculate Conception, you and I are able to do because of sanctifying grace. Remember that. It's so important to remember this. So we are the mother and the brother and the sisters of Jesus when we do his will, just like Mary did. God bless you.